So you got all of these genocides of black people going on around the world. Christians, as they want to say, being murdered, but Donald Trump don't see them. He only sees the one in Nigeria, and let me tell you why, Art. I know you're familiar with Ibrahim Traoré and the Sahel Alliance. Ibrahim Traoré is the president of Burkina Faso. You also have the president of Niger, Chiani, and you have General Goita of Mali, right?
Right.
The real reason, Art, and I need you to get this, the real reason Donald Trump wants to invade northern Nigeria, Art, has nothing to do with black Christians. Nothing to do with my Christian brothers and sisters in the north. Northern Nigeria sits under what country, Art? Northern Nigeria sits right under Niger, one of the 3 countries in the Sahel Alliance. Nigeria borders Niger. And why is Niger so important, Art? Who is the #1 supplier of uranium in the world? Niger. Do you know what you need uranium for, Art? Nuclear missiles, nuclear bombs, nuclear technology, nuclear warheads. Niger is the #1 supplier of uranium. And in the nuclear age, Art, uranium is the vibranium of Black Panther. In the nuclear age, uranium is the vibranium that they talked about in the Black Panther movie. So the reason Donald Trump needs to get into northern Nigeria, Art, so they can invade and try to overthrow President Chiani in Niger so they can get control of the uranium. Are you with me so far?
I follow you.
Not only does Niger have uranium, they have gold and other resources. And then next to Niger, you have who? Mali. Mali has gold, Mali has copper, Mali has zinc, and unlimited natural resources. And then Burkina Faso is only a hop, skip, and a jump from northern Nigeria. And you know they want to get rid of Ibrahim Traoré, and we pray to God and the ancestors that never happens, but they want to get rid of Ibrahim Traoré because he's the leader. And what does Burkina Faso have a whole lot of? Gold, Art. Donald Trump wants to geopolitically and strategically put the U.S. military in northern Nigeria so they have easy access to invade Niger right above, Mali right above to the left, and Burkina Faso right above even further to the left. Do you see that?
Right. I see.
This is about overthrowing independent African states, Art.
It's
Donald
a
Trump
chess
don't give a
match.
damn about no black Christians in Nigeria.
It's a
He don't care about
chess
the ones
game.
here. So for my...
Yeah, excuse me, brothers and sisters. Please allow me to pause a little bit. There's something that I wish to share with you from what Dr. Huma Ifatunde has said. Then we'll continue with Dr. Huma. I want all of us to reflect and connecting dots. Let us, all of us, go back 2 years ago when President Chiani of Niger took power. He closed U.S. drone base. And the U.S. since then is not happy with Niger. So, as Dr. Huma Ifatunde said, there's a truth, some truth there, that we may think that maybe U.S. is bombing terrorists in northern Nigeria, but we can find ourselves that at the end of the day, U.S. will station military base there, or U.S. will station troops, that those troops will fight Niger. And the U.S. will say, because in northern Nigeria, it is the border between Nigeria and Niger, don't be wondering. The time will come when U.S. will say, those terrorists have run or flew to Niger. Then U.S. will start bombing Niger by saying they're finding terrorists. But let me take you back. This year, you remember the U.S. General Mr. Langley accused Captain Ibrahim Traoré for using gold reserve to protect himself. Few weeks later, Captain Ibrahim Traoré survived assassination attempt. After that statement of General Langley, U.S. General.
false flag of caring about Christian Nigerians and black Africa is a disservice to her race. Nicki Minaj, I want you to reconsider this. Please don't go down the path of Candace Owens, sister. Please recant while you can. But I don't know if she can, Art. She might be in too deep. You done already went to the UN speaking on behalf of Donald Trump's agenda to invade Nigeria so he can overthrow the Sahel Alliance. You done already went to Turning Point USA's AmeriFest conference talking about how Donald Trump makes you feel proud to be an American. Talking about how when Donald Trump and J.D. Vance speak, you know they speaking for us. And then she said, Art, that I don't want any, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said something like, I don't want any white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes to not be proud of themselves in order for black children to be proud of themselves. I'm not quoting her exactly correct, but she's basically parroting that narrative that teaching corrected history in America's schools, teaching black history in American schools, teaching the truth about American slavery in these schools, Art, is going to somehow damage white kids psychologically. Art is standing with Trump, and so therefore Trump is elevating Nicki Minaj to national stature as a payback to the Trinidad and Tobago government. Art, Donald Trump can't get out of this if he wanted to. Whatever the Zionists tell him to do, he will do it. I heard J.D. Vance mention Nicki Minaj by name at least 4 times in his speech that he gave at Turning Point USA's conference in Phoenix on Sunday. He mentioned Nicki Minaj by name at least 4 times. And don't forget, Art, where was Nicki Minaj on November the 18th? On November the 18th, Nicki Minaj was at the United Nations. Art, how does a hip-hop artist, no disrespect to my sister, Nicki is an intelligent sister, beautiful family. This ain't personal, this political art. But how does a rapper, how does a hip-hop artist go from rap to giving speeches at the United Nations? And on November the 18th, Nicki Minaj gave a speech supporting Donald Trump's intervention in northern Nigeria on behalf of the Christians. Let me ask you a question, Art. Since when did Donald Trump start caring about black Christians? He don't care about the black Christians right here in America. What has Donald Trump done about miseducation for black Christians in America? What has Donald Trump done about police brutality against black Christians in America? What has Donald Trump done about homelessness and gentrification against black Christians in America? What has Donald Trump done against economic apartheid waged against black Christians in America? Since when did Donald Trump start giving a damn about black Christians? So let me get this right, Art. You're not doing nothing for the black Christians in America, but you're going to go all the way to northern Nigeria. You're going to go all the way to northern Nigeria and save Nigerian Christians from genocide and abuse. Now, first, Art, let me say this. There is genocide and abuse. Some abuse, some genocide against my northern Nigerian Christian brothers and sisters by Muslims in the northern region that I don't condone. If the international reports are right, you've had 10,000 northern Nigerian Christians who've been massacred over so many of these past years. It's wrong. I don't condone it. And I hope the Nigerian government gets this under control. Northern Nigeria, Art, is mostly Muslim. Southern Nigeria is mostly Christian. So the Muslims who are living, the Christians who are living in Muslim-dominated northern Nigeria, they're the ones who are being harmed. But guess what, Art? This was going on when Donald Trump was president the first time. If this was going on when Donald Trump was president the first time, why didn't he do something about it then? Because he's not threatening military invasion in Nigeria because he cared about Christians. Because if that were the case, Art, why don't he do something about the South Sudanese who are being genocided right now? Why don't Donald Trump do something about the Sudanese who are being genocided right now? Why is he ignoring the Sudanese genocide, Art? Why is he ignoring the child slaves in the Congo, Art? Since he cares so much about black people, let me tell you why. Donald Trump is ignoring the genocide in Sudan because it's being carried out by Arabs from the United Arab Emirates. that Arabs from the UAE are in the Sudan killing and genociding our black Sudanese brothers and sisters to control the oil and the other natural resources. And here's the kicker, Art. Where does the United Arab Emirates get most of their weapons from? Who is the #1 military supplier of weapons to the Arabs of the UAE? Donald Trump's government.
Wow.
Listen to this, Art. Ain't that crazy? You're talking about you're going to invade Nigeria to protect my Christian brothers and sisters in the north, but you're giving weapons to Dubai. You're giving weapons to the Arabs in UAE so they can come into Sudan and genocide black people in the name of natural resources, but you care about the blacks in Nigeria. Give me a break. And what about in the Congo, Art? You got children dying, mass murder, humanitarian crisis, hunger in the Congo, been going on for years. Donald Trump won't do anything about it. You know why? Because they're mining coltan and cobalt for who? Apple computers, and for Elon Musk Tesla cars, and for American military systems. So Donald Trump isn't going to say one word about the Congo because it benefits white capitalism. He's not going to say one word about Sudan because it benefits white capitalism. And don't get me started on Haiti and what America is doing in Haiti. Since you love black Christians so much, what about the black Christians in Haiti? What about all the Haitians whose asylum in America you just canceled out, and you're now hunting them down like animals all across America and sending them back to Haiti? What about them? What about the airstrikes, Art, that America has carried out in Somalia, killing innocent men, women, and children? Many of them are Christian as well, although it's an Islamic country. What about them?
Family, brothers and sisters, this is not about terrorists in northern Nigeria. This is about Sahel. This is about Tinubu allowing U.S. to station troops in northern Nigeria to fight the alliance of Sahel states. Family,